Today, you are going to learn how to manifest what you desire with one of Neville Goddard's simplest statements to apply. Your imagination, coupled with your subconscious, is the key. So stay to the end to learn the whole process and manage it as you wish. This Neville Goddard technique is so powerful that it ends all despair for what you want and literally changes lives. The first thing I need you to understand is that life does not make any mistakes with you. Life gives you and grants you what you are allowing yourself. Be calm if you do not understand what Neville Goddard so wisely tells us. The universe is willing to give us what we want. What happens is that until now you have not received it because you do not know how to do it, and you are sending the wrong messages. It is not unique to you that you do not attract what you want. This happens to most people. People accept the kind of life they have and what surrounds them. If they knew they were creators and had faith in it, their lives would change immediately. We all have the tools to be able to achieve this. No human being is more exclusive than another, but creators know this technique. The tool to develop the creative power is the imagination, and I am going to teach you how to use it to attract and achieve your desires. Neville Goddard knew that if you create the scene in detail of what you desire and live as if your desire is fulfilled, forgetting the actual outside world, you will have connected with the creative power and irremediably get what you have imagined and connected. It seems easy, right? Well, most people who reach this point do not achieve their desires because they do not understand well what Neville Goddard teaches us. You have to be clear about one very important concept. This concept is that you must not use your imagination as a simple television viewer. That is, you cannot dissociate your desire from yourself. Or, in other words, you have to be your own desire. You must differentiate between being the desire and desiring the desire. Many people fantasize and dream about what they want. They are using their imagination, but from a point of lack. When you fantasize and dither about what you want, your deepest self, your soul, your inner self knows that it is not really possible because desire takes you away from it. You have to evade the world. Create your reality in order to create. What you are is what you attract, so you must imagine yourself with it and feel it. This method that I have just explained to you is very meticulous, and you must be very clear about. Neville Goddard constantly insists on it. In fact, I will tell you a trick so that you will know if you are applying it correctly. When you imagine something and you feel it is yours, if you are really doing it right, it will provoke a positive emotion. Emotions are the indicator of your connection to your world. When you are using your imagination for what you desire and you feel within it in such a way that it awakens that sense of accomplishment and happiness, congratulations, you are connecting with the creative power. Many of the most successful personalities on the planet have used this technique to achieve their accomplishments and goals. You may have heard Denzel Washington or Michael Jordan say that they always knew they would achieve their successes. This is because they constantly imagined and felt their achievement. They didn't think about the future. That achievement was always in their present. Understand this well, I repeat, in their present and not in their future. That is another point that you must be very clear about. They did not accept the reality they were living. In fact, they rejected it, and there was only one in their minds. Achievement and success was always in their present, never in their future. When you understand this, you will have crossed the fine line that separates people who dream of achieving their desires someday from those who achieve them. People who desire a goal and project into the future are far from feeling their desires. You cannot know how you will feel in the future. Feeling is something that only happens in the present. You cannot feel hungry or sleepy in the future. You can only feel it in the present moment. Trying to connect with the creative power by imagining it happening in the future is like the donkey having the carrot tied in front of its mouth with a stick. It will give you the feeling that you will get it because you see it in front of you, but you will never reach it no matter how far you go, because it is always the same distance away. Please go back to the back of the video if you need to understand this, as it is the key. When you understand that everything happens in the same instant and you can imagine and feel it in the present, you will be connected to the creative power. Neville Goddard tells us that the universe does not understand time. It is always now. Do not fall into the error that one desire takes longer than another to be fulfilled. The universe only understands the present. That is why its time is infinite. There is no past or future. You would be surprised how by correctly performing this technique, you can achieve even the most impossible things in a matter of a moment. This requires practice and awareness. But I assure you that you will manifest faster and faster if you internalize it and apply it correctly. Once you have understood this, apply it daily to imprint realism to your desire. When someone lives a reality, they experience it constantly. It is a very common failure to try to manifest what we want and say that I have already sent the order to the universe to be fulfilled. We return to our daily lives that have little or nothing to do with our desires. So the reality we want to achieve has not lasted very long. The universe will give us more of that reality that we see and surrounds us. And then we do not understand why we do not get out of it. We return to the problems and daily environment that cause us emotions and feelings totally different from what we want to achieve. The universe is obedient, so it gives us more of our reality. This is why you don't get your desires even though you believe you have manifested correctly. One of the best ways to get into the world you want to achieve is right before you go to sleep. That is when you are relaxed and your brain waves start to slow down. Precisely at that moment is when you are at the gates of the subconscious, and all the information you process in a deep and intense way will begin to make an imprint on your neural connections, leaving you free. It will become more and more real to you, so it will become more and more real to your world. When you sleep, the brain processes all the information from what has happened during the day and encodes it, but especially the information from before sleep. That is why students need to rest after studying to be able to consolidate their knowledge, or why children have nightmares while sleeping if they have seen a scary movie before going to bed. But above all, emotions are what our brain and subconscious best process and record. When you are relaxed before going to sleep and you use the power of visualization, it becomes more real. The subconscious records information much better when there is an emotion involved. Neville Goddard clarified that we receive what reflects our inner world. So the more the desire has penetrated you, the faster and better what you desire will manifest. Finally, and something that Neville Goddard explains, is that you do not interfere in the way the universe will bring your desire to you. Just feel it and experience it as if it has already happened. That's the part you have to do. The universe will do its part, so don't meddle in the how. If you want to continue learning how to attract everything you want and desire to your life, go to the following video, but not before leaving a like, a comment, and subscribe to the channel. This way you will be informed at all times with the following videos on how to get the best for your life. I wish you the best in your life and see you in the next video.